Suburban Sentinel here, along with Bella the camera cat. Today we're doing another episode on dealing with anti-gun people. And also I have a little bit of gun porn on the screen. This is my Stag Arms Model 2TL. As you can see, the ejection port and the forward assist are located on the left side of the rifle, just where it belongs for those of us of the left-handed persuasion. This rifle also sports a Crimson Trace combination flashlight and laser vertical foregrip and a factory-installed Star C quad rail. I'm using this particular rifle as a backdrop today because it was designed and manufactured here in the state of Connecticut, and because of the recent changes in state law, you can no longer purchase this or any weapon similar to it in this state. Ironically, Connecticut is known as the Constitution State. Because of the Newtown school shootings, Connecticut has become the epicenter of anti-gun hysteria. So I have to deal with anti-gun zealots all the time. So this video and others in this series have different stratagems on dealing with the anti-gun crowd. I want to first summarize the arguments I often get from people regarding the Second Amendment and its limitations. Now, don't send me hate mail because I'm putting forth their arguments. I don't agree with them. I'm just conveying what they are. First, the Second Amendment is outdated. It was written when we needed citizen soldiers to create and protect the country before we had a standing army. Well, this is no longer the case, so the Second Amendment should just be ignored. Also, the Second Amendment is not an unlimited right. From the beginning, criminals and the insane were barred from owning or possessing firearms. In addition, guns have been prohibited in certain locations since before the country was conceived. As we've already established that the Second Amendment is not an unfettered right to firearm ownership, there should be some severe restrictions. Guns should be for hunting and target shooting only. There should be no handguns allowed in public anywhere. High performance and high capacity weapons are not needed by civilians. These should be reserved for the standing army, the National Guard, and the police. There's no legitimate need or reason for an honest citizen to have a handgun or a military-style rifle. We need to do this. Thousands are killed by guns in this country every year. It's a travesty. These deaths are completely unnecessary and totally preventable. Think of the children. Again, I don't agree with any of that nonsense, but that's the crux of the argument I usually get. Now, usually when you're in this type of debate, the argument will be centered around firearms and the use and misuse thereof. We will talk about how gun control is ineffective and misguided, and that there is a need for citizen soldiers and self-defense, etc., etc. But I wanted to do something a little different because I tend to get nowhere with those conventional arguments. So rather than arguing about guns and gun control, lately I've been taking that logic and extending it to other rights. So here is how their logic plays out with respect to the freedom of speech clause within the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights. The freedom of speech clause in the First Amendment is outdated. It was created before there were multiple media outlets already expressing different points of view throughout the country. Also note that free speech has never been an unlimited right. Inciting a riot has always been unlawful, all the way back to English common law before the United States existed. And it is still illegal to yell fire in a crowded theater. Because we've already established that the First Amendment is not unlimited, there can and should be severe restrictions on speech rights. Only certified and registered journalists should be able to express their political views in public. Journalists are best able to collect, summarize, and disseminate news and political opinions throughout the population. There's no reason for citizens to be allowed to assemble in public anymore. They can simply thumbs up or thumbs down the political views expressed among the different media outlets via the internet. Having controlled, responsible journalism will help cut out the noise in the marketplace for ideas and also stop dissemination of public disinformation. We really need to do this. Millions of people have died based on what people have said. Wars have been started over rash or reckless speech and the broadcast of opinions and information. We need to do this for the safety of ourselves and especially our children. Think of the children. Thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions and enlightening comments are always welcome. Shoot safely, everybody.